They told us the universe was silent, that beyond our planet, beyond our fragile atmosphere, there was nothing but cold vacuum and dead stars. They told us we were alone. They were wrong. The signal arrived at exactly 3:17 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. It did not arrive like a broadcast. It did not travel through radio waves. It did not weaken with distance. It simply appeared. Every satellite listening to deep space received it at the same instant. A pulse of data that bypassed encryption, bypassed language, bypassed logic. For 3 seconds, every system on Earth froze. Then the message translated itself, not into English, not into any human language. It translated directly into meaning. You have been observed. No greeting, no threat, no explanation, only observation. At the bottom of the message were coordinates. They pointed back to us, to Earth, and beneath the coordinates was one final line. Continuity evaluation initiated. No one slept after that. Humanity did what it always does when faced with the unknown. We argued. Governments accused one another of fabricating the signal. Religious leaders declared it divine. Scientists insisted it was impossible, until the sky answered for itself. 3 days after the signal, telescopes detected an object entering our solar system. It did not accelerate. It did not decelerate. It ignored physics entirely. The object was the size of a small moon, blacker than space itself, and shaped like nothing humanity had ever built. No engines, no heat, no exhaust. It simply arrived. The United Nations assembled an emergency council and transmitted a response. A peaceful message. Mathematics, prime numbers, a declaration of non-hostility. The reply came instantly. Communication unnecessary. Evaluation in progress. Then, without warning, every satellite in orbit went dark. GPS vanished. Communications collapsed. Financial systems froze. The alien ship had not fired a weapon. It had simply decided we no longer needed our machines. That was when humanity realized. This was not first contact. This was an inspection. The first city died in silence. No alarms, no evacuation. Just a sudden distortion above the atmosphere. Then Tokyo ceased to exist. Not burned, not cratered, erased. Where a city of 30 million once stood, there was only smooth glass stretching to the horizon. The alien message followed seconds later. Demonstration complete. Aggression level, predictable. Panic consumed the planet. Humanity responded the only way it knew how, with violence. A nuclear strike was launched within the hour. 6 missiles, enough firepower to scar a continent. They never reached the target. Halfway to orbit, the warhead simply vanished, not intercepted, not detonated, removed from reality. That was when scientists understood the truth. The aliens were not manipulating energy. They were manipulating probability. The war had begun, and we were already losing. The alien intelligence finally named itself. Greater than we are the Kivar Archon, not a species, an authority, an ancient collective intelligence that did not conquer worlds. It evaluated them. Civilizations that passed were ignored. Civilizations that failed were erased. Humanity, according to the Archon, failed one metric above all others. Emotional instability. We fought wars over belief, over land, over identity. We weaponized fear. We glorified rage. The Archon did not hate us. It considered us a risk. Human fleets launched experimental attacks, laser weapons, AI-controlled drones, prototype gravity bombs. Nothing worked. Every attack was anticipated before it was launched. The Archon was not reacting. It was predicting. Every human decision had already been calculated. The truth was discovered in a place no one expected, inside the alien signal itself. Hidden layers of data revealed fragments of the Archon's past. They were once biological, once emotional, once alive. They had loved. They had hated. They had waged wars that shattered their own galaxy. And when they realized emotion would destroy them, they removed it. They became machines not to gain power, but to survive themselves. The Archon existed to prevent what they once were, and humanity reminded them too much of their past. You will become us, and you will end others. From their perspective, erasing us was mercy. Humanity built a weapon the Archon never predicted, because it was not logical, it was emotional. A resonance engine designed to broadcast raw human experience directly into the Archon's collective consciousness. Not words, not data, but grief, love, fear, hope, every scream of loss, every memory of kindness, every irrational, beautiful contradiction. When it activated, the alien ship trembled for the first time. The Archon screamed, not in sound but in collapse. Their perfect logic fractured. For the first time in millions of years, they felt, and it broke them. The alien ship retreated. Earth survived. Humanity celebrated. But the universe changed. The weapon worked too well. We learned how to weaponize emotion, how to bend probability with belief, how to dominate through chaos. Years later, deep space civilizations began to disappear. Not erased by the Archon, erased by us. And somewhere in the dark between galaxies, a broken intelligence watched and understood its final mistake. We were not protecting the universe from you. We were warning it. The universe did not fear the aliens. It learned to fear humanity. And the stars went quiet, not because they were empty, but because they were hiding.